cruelty is the best way of showing love. Whoa, okay. And they say AIs never get coalitioned. Target of the coalition of Alsace, Corsica, Ansbach, Augsburg, Bavaria, Bohemia, Frankfurt, Hesse, Lorraine, Mainz, the Palatinate, Trier, Ulm, Würzburg, Württemberg, Nuremberg, and Medina. Good night, Genoa. It was nice knowing you. Hopefully they revoke your cores too, because that would be really funny. Come on, Kiev. Yeah, this is my kind of mission. It's such a breath of fresh air to know that when the Ottomans come for me again, I'm a little more prepared. Novgorodians, a port of independence, though. What a pain. And oh my goodness, Crimea, I'm glad I'm stuck permanently improving your relations. And I'm also glad that those pretenders are kicking your ass. I'm just glad for lots of things. I can break Muscovy apart through Oh, nice, it went away. And Muscovy have no claims here, actually. I don't have to do anything to them. Sweet. These are falling suspiciously fast. Should I be concerned? Must be my imagination. Don't want to get myself involved in any battles that are going to do me too much harm, because my friendly vassals are going to see that as an opportunity to dogpile me. Not that I think they stand even the slightest chance of beating me, but it would be a pain, and it'll delay the integration. Being at war has made him build an even bigger army as well. Are they bankrupt? No, I'd be able to see if they were bankrupt. And you'd tell that they have no morale in their fortifications. They have really low autonomy though. One issue is when I make peace here, there's going to be a lot of aggressive expansion, which maybe I should be keeping better tabs on. But Muscovy is my friend and Poland is friendly. Poland were friendly. Muscovy, please, please fight Novgorod for me. Pop-ups are just making my heart skip. Actually, no, people don't care much about this, so I may as well take whatever I can. Shame I can't humiliate whilst I'm at it. But I will take that. Jake, who has the same dynasty as you? That's a funny point, because I had a pretender. Nope, nobody has the same dynasty. Oh, can I make my heir a general yet? No, he's just 11. My heir is, well, he clearly made out with a brick wall in his youth, because he's a 112, and I don't want him ruling my country, because I just got away from my 300. Dark times for Theodora. missions want to get me killed. Although I don't disagree on that Mamluk stance. We have the admin to core this land. There's very little reason not to take it. 20, 30, 40, 50 overextension. Don't have any. The only concern I have is that Muscovy's going to get a little bit antagonized. So maybe not take this province. But do take Grodno, since it'll give me an opening into Denmark. Yeah, that actually sounds pretty good. I want to get the snare around Muscovy. I also really want to integrate Crimea. That might be a bit tricky though. And also, no claim on Grodno. Well, these aren't going to be cheaper anyway. Claims this will be free. Jake, take Smolensk so that Muscovy can't form Russia and get claims on most of your lands. Can't they not form Russia anyway? They must be missing something. Also, they are going to be pretty cheesed off if I take Smolensk. What I need is some kind of way to get a Cassis on Muscovy and only Muscovy. And then again, the problem is that you have good old Austria on your side. Also, did I embargo you? I was meant to. Need to get that PP up where and whenever possible. And oh yeah, I made Poland a rival. That's why they don't like me. How did I miss something as obvious as that? Well, enjoy your embargo as well. I'm going to throw an insult at you as well so I can finally get some PP bonus. They're missing Novgorod, Jake. No need to worry about that whole Russia forming things until that happens. Also, they need admin 10. Thanks for the heads up. It just shows how often I play as the Russians. Which is pretty much never. I need to play some kind of Yaroslav campaign or Tver. Okay, we don't have a truce, so I'm going to throw an insult over to you. Reason being, it gives you 5 power projection if you don't have a truce and you aren't at war. Whilst I try to think what to do with you. And I can also enjoy the Christmassy music, it is rather nice. 20, 30, 40, 50 and a bit overextension. Should be easy enough to core. Trouble is I would love to get this so that I could fight Livonian Order. But the Livonian Order might actually end up taking some of this land. I'd be surprised if they didn't. What is this war anyway? Livonian Order purge of Polotskin heresy. So they're going to take one of these provinces. Surely. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not? What in the world happened here? Defender against Poland, because Poland want Danzig. Yeah, you kind of messed up there, didn't you? But I could jump on them whilst they're in all this trouble if they just take one of these provinces. I should hold out and see what they take. There they go. Now they got tons of war score against them, they'll take something. Jake, great stream today, keep on going, but my eyes refuse to stay open. Crush them all and take care. Yeah, I'll probably finish this up in about 20 minutes or so. And I'll continue tomorrow, although I'm still trying to think what time. When I feel like it is the go-to answer, but I'm not sure that's what we'll be going for. Alright, Austria exiled, so... Did you get out of that war? No. They're just exiled for some reason. This game sometimes. Okay, no, I can't take Polotsk. I could, however, help them with that siege. Jake, you planning on becoming a Holy Roman Emperor? Absolutely not. Provence, what have you just done? Defender against England and defender against Savoy. Let me reiterate, what have you done? And how did Portugal get Galicia? And what is France doing? And you know, the most interesting things happen when you're not even around. Seriously, you are getting distressed here, Livonian Order. Please make peace. Novgorod is even going for you. Oh. Novgorod decided to fight you. If I got good relations with you, which I could enforce peace on Novgorod, and that would get rid of all of my problems. And then I could just give this land to Kiev. But I need high relations with Livonian Order pretty quickly. Alternatively, you might take some land here, which gives me a border with you. Oh, that's the end of that. Wow, that was swift. Just marched in and took that. Still, it is time. Yes! Okay, it is coming together. Would you believe I could annex this guy in one shot? But that's not what we're here for. I want to crawl my way up to Novgorod and slap him for the pain that he is putting me through. Austria got exiled when they liberated Livonia's occupation, but did not have military access where they were. Thanks for that. Might use that in the future. Alright, this seems like good enough land to take. Let's stop pussyfooting around, take it, and just core the bloody place. Get our war reparations whilst we're at it. And there's no claims worth giving up. Just give me that, please. Strange coring rules, but I can't core that. However, now we can declare war on the Livonian Order. I know we've been pretty friendly lately, but such a friendship cannot stick around forever. Also, tons of power projection, just what we were looking for, and just in time for Livonian Order to become our new rival. Now, Livonian Order, I want something. But what? Unfortunately, I can't really expand through vassals, but I will probably just consume your land and eat in this direction to block off Muscovy and get myself a border with Novgorod. So what am I thinking then? Breslau, Wenden, and Dorput. I think so. First things first though, I want to claim on Breslau before I start plunging into you. Get that going. I'll get my next tick on Crimea to keep them just barely out of this. This whatever it is. Jake, best form in government. I love theocracies. Oh my goodness, do I love theocracies. No dynastic rubbish. Oh, that is painful. Allied Muscovy. And you still have the obscene mission to subjugate Kazan. And I helped out my vassal when I want them weak. Although they should gain a bit of trust in me for doing that. I'll help them out a bit more, because I'm just a generous guy. Generous fool. Damn you, Kiev. Alright, means I don't need to embargo you anymore. No CB Riga. No, the problem is they just allied Muscovy. I got truces left and right. And I'm sure Kiev is just waiting for the opportunity to fight me. So the Ottomans, most likely. Okay. Could always fight the Danish, but they still have the Kalmar Union in place. Damn. Now the Ottomans are going for it. Then again, this is a big war for them. Okay, I don't think anything's a big war when you have Tech 9 and your enemies have 6 and 8 and 7. Still. Pretty big war. And Tunis did not join in on your side, so if somebody else were to jump on you and make your life a little hellish, a distant war kind of hurts you there. And you have an alliance with Persia, huh? And Persia joined in, damn it. My military tech is 7, so I've got no trumpet to blow on. Could make it 8, certainly help out the situation. But I've got my own problems over here. Belarusian patriots are likely wanting to rise up and stomp on my day. And as long as I am not at war with Novgorod, I have something to worry about. Muscovy, please, you need to fight Novgorod. Alright, for once, I actually want you to do well, Ak, so I'm giving you access in the hope that you do something good with it. Discovered here a bit more aggressive expansion in the area. Sure, slather it on. Is world conquest still possible? It's always still possible. I wish you lived in more enlightened times. The comet is more likely if you have high stability, so I kind of brought that on by keeping my stability too high. I'm really tempted to lower the autonomy in these provinces. They're going to revolt anyway. But it would be nicer if I had Kiev on my side to help me out. And now our truce with Astrakhan has ended, so they could well just want to fight us. And they allied Crimea. Okay, Kiev. Excellent. Kiev no longer wants to fight us. Only Astrakhan does. So if I improve your relations, you might not want to fight anymore. And then I can breathe a sigh of relief as I consider whether I want Crimea inside me or Kiev inside me. Frankly, both. Jake, is a Western arms trade still on? I would need a Western tech ally that borders me. And I do not have a Western tech ally. Also, they can't be your vassal. So Riga is actually pretty good for this, if I can stroll up and have them not hate me. Jake, improve Kiev relations, then Crimea. Well, they're both up to 200. Oh, Crimea, right. Crimea is not. Let's keep them high. Jake is an insider. Will we get a new comet-sighted decision in the next EU4 DLC? Considering that there's been a new comet-sighted decision for every major DLC, I think it's a pretty sure thing. Okay, maybe I should declare war on you guys when the truce ends, before you reform your alliances, but you'll probably just reform them anyway. Also, Ottomans, are you... What was that? was probably a diplo annexation. Maybe not. What just happened here? Well, whatever the case, you are winning the battles, so I don't think the Ottomans are going to have any difficult time exerting their control over all of these guys. I would love to jump in, but... Oh, right, what happened was spread out discoveries. That's quite nice, because it's a little view of the world. Lap it up. First time watching. Hello, well, hello, Evil Ender Wiz30. Wiz? Wiz is watching. I'm sorry, boss. That Livonian alliance with Muscovy. Maybe I should have seen it coming, but what a ball ache. The alternative is, as ever, that I draw Muscovy into another war and then brutalise the Livonian order whilst I'm in this war that involves Muscovy. Question is, who do I fight that can draw Muscovy in? The answer is potentially Golden Horde, but the Timurids would get involved. Or would they? They're close to not wanting to. Who else is possible? There is Armenia. No, too distant for you. Kind of low on alternatives there. You would join in a war with Gizmalut. So Golden Horde or Gizzy? Could make it a holy war. I could give Muscovy land again so they would love me. Well, actually, Muscovy would be doing all the fighting for us. But if I wait for Timmy to not join in, it'll make things considerably easier. They're heavily in debt, even though they're winning the war. Jake, it is 1509. Annex Kiev! Exclamation mark, question mark. That's not a bad idea. They are missing a couple of cores, but just think how good that land would be in my possession, especially Kiev. It is delicious to think about. How's my diplomatic reputation? Oh, it's gone, and that's probably why. Yes! Why is this? It's because you've stopped supporting them. Okay, this is excellent. But it also raises the question of, should I focus on Kiev first? I can get into 150, 175 with a gift. Can't marry them. Yeah, just who would I rather was inside me, Crimea or Kiev? Crimea would make everything flow a bit better, but Kiev's land is just good. Kiev or Crimea? That is the question, and I will have the answer to that on the next stream. So when will I stream? Should probably set a time. Let's say 4 PM tomorrow. So Friday at 4 PM Central European time, and that is about 4. Did I say 4 PM? Yeah, so about 14 hours from now. We'll resume the stream in about 14 hours. Thanks a lot for watching. It's been like 5.5 hours of Theodora fun. It's been pretty tense, and at times pretty boring. But thanks a lot. Have a good night. Make sure you don't settle for grayskin, and we'll see you next time.